it, Egbert. The third baby arrived on an unusually warm afternoon in October, as ladies with parasols paraded on the sun-warmed street. Sitting on a bench outside in her finest puffed-sleeve dress, Elinora Gassbeek opened her picnic hamper and found a wriggling baby, wedged in amongst the cheese sandwiches and almond cake. It had a shock of curly red hair on its head and was babbling incessantly. No blanket, no basket, not on the front step. The matron screeched, shrill and loud like a boiling kettle. The picnic hamper baby immediately fell quiet, its eyebrows squeezing together in a frightened frown. Up and down the street, curious faces appeared in the windows of the tall, narrow brick houses, and the strolling ladies came to a halt. Elinora Gassbeek gathered her wits and forced a smile for her neighbours. An orphan wove through the throng toward her.
"She wasn't in there a minute ago,"
the girl insisted, picking the baby up delicately. "Take it away," Elinora Gassbeek said through gritted teeth.
"Yes, matron, but a name?"
The orphan rocked the now silent baby, gently brushing fennel seeds from its hair. The matron shuddered. "Name it Fenna." The fourth baby arrived on a gloomy morning in November as a blanket of fog curled over the canal behind the house. The delivery bell on the second floor jangled, rung from a boat on the canal below. Using the pulley system attached outside the window, an orphan hoisted the bucket winch up. As it emerged from the fog, Elinora Gassbeek's eye began to twitch. Inside the bucket was a baby, wearing a wheat sack and a sad frown. 2 holes had been cut in the bottom of the sack to allow its unusually long legs to poke through. The matron hauled the wheat sack child inside, cursing the madness that had befallen her orphanage. "Put some clothes on it," she called at the orphan, hovering beside her. She looked at the baby's wonky ears, its gangly limbs, and the wheat-coloured hair that stuck out from its head at the unruliest of angles. Printed on the wheat sack were the words semolina flour. The matron groaned. "Name it Sem." The fifth and final baby arrived under a full moon in December, as the constellations shone brightly above Amsterdam's skyline. Elinora Gassbeek had sent an orphan out onto the orphanage's roof to investigate a strange noise. Wedged behind the chimney stack, inside a coffin-shaped basket, was a baby, cooing contentedly up at the starry night sky. It had hair as dark as midnight and eyes that were almost black. Gingerly, the orphan brought the coffin basket baby inside, where it immediately began to wail. Careful not to touch the infant, the matron reached down and pulled a toy from its clutches, a cat puppet, made from the softest Amsterdam cotton and dressed in fine Antwerp silk. A faint ticking noise emanated from the toy, but the matron was tutting too loudly to hear it. "Ridiculous!" She tossed the puppet back in the basket, on top of the black velvet blanket in which the baby was swaddled. On the corner of the blanket, embroidered in white thread, was a name. Milou. 1. Little Tulip Orphanage, Amsterdam, January 1892. The Little Tulip Orphanage was an unusually tall house, wedged in the middle of a long row of unusually tall houses. In the small window of the very top floor, a girl with unusually dark eyes gazed down at the frozen canal.